But for right now, questions surrounding Kenner Mayor Ben Zahn and his city spending helped lead to his big loss at the polls in March. Now a David Hamber investigation raises more questions.
And they're about Zahn's use of more public resources for a famous actors festival more than an hour away. It's a party out of bounds.
Just a good old boy.
The Dukes of Hazzard went off the air 37 years ago, but people still love the show and its characters, especially in Livingston Parish, home of the man who played Bo Duke, actor, director, and musician John Schneider. This is Bo's Extravaganza, John Schneider's annual birthday bash in Holden, Louisiana. Now, we're 40 miles northwest of the city of Kenner, but Kenner City records show that Kenner employees and Kenner City vehicles were used to deliver equipment here each of the last 2 years. Sources with direct knowledge of what happened say Kenner Mayor Ben Zahn, 2 police officers assigned to Zahn's administration, and multiple Kenner City workers went to Holden in April 2020 and again in April 2021. And at the 5th annual Bo's Extravaganza last month, John Schneider confirmed that Mayor Zahn provided Kenner City tents and barricades for his festival for free.
Well, I love Kenner, and I love Kenner because of Ben. Okay, so Ben did what, in my mind, what Ben was doing was giving a national presence, because we have people here from New Zealand, we have people from all over, to an event outside of his area to bring more people into his area.
Schneider doesn't see anything wrong with it.
But I mean, what do friends do?
Well, if they're public officials, they don't give away public resources to their friends, according to ethics expert Dane Ciolino.
State Constitution prohibits public entities and officials from giving gratuities to private individuals. The ethics code, the state ethics code, prohibits conduct of that sort, and it even could rise to the level of a crime.
And after reviewing what Kenner provided for Bo's Extravaganza, Ciolino offered this analysis.
It has the potential for violating, virtually every rule in the book.
We requested public GPS records tracking Kenner City vehicles during the weeks before and after Bo's Extravaganza for both 2020 and 2021. The city was only able to produce records for the week leading up to the event in 2021. And sure enough, they show a city-owned flatbed truck went to Holden on Wednesday, April 7th, 2021, 2 days before the festival. It left Kenner at 11:01 a.m., drove 56 miles to John Schneider's studios, and stayed about an hour.
If it was a city truck, which you say it was, then I suppose, I don't know, what could we have done? Made a donation or what? I mean, I don't know.
The GPS records show the city workers didn't get back to Kenner until 4:18 p.m., more than 5 hours after they left, and after traveling in the flatbed for more than 132 miles.
Were people on the clock, which I guess is what you're going for? I don't know. I'd be surprised if they were. A lot of people just do things for me because.
But we also requested city payroll records, and they show the employees named by our sources claimed they worked full-time that day.
Oh, well, I was totally unaware of that.
Schneider is a private citizen, and he graciously agreed to let us interview him about this. But Mayor Zahn declined to be interviewed. Instead, he issued a statement saying the request for barricades and tents at Bo's Extravaganza, quote, came at the behest of the Kenner Police Department.
The first reaction is it's an outright lie.
Kenner Police Chief Mike Glazer.
Through the mayor's office, through my liaison in the mayor's office, asked the mayor would like them to be able to use some of our police cars to film a movie.
Glazer will take over as mayor on July 1st after soundly defeating Zahn at the polls last month. Zahn's statement says the donation of tents and barricades for Bo's Extravaganza was, quote, augmentation for the police vehicles that were being donated for the filming of multiple motion picture films. the city did produce one public record, with Glazer's electronic signature and one for Zahn, showing an agreement with a production company to use surplus Kenner police cars to film Schneider's 2020 film, Stand On It. Glazer says the city might get some benefit from appearing in the movie's credits. But Zahn's written statement says donating the equipment to Beau's Extravaganza was also, quote, a great opportunity to engage our brand. Glazer says that's way out of bounds.
And chairs or whatever was brought up to hold in Louisiana. I don't think the city of Kenner gets anything out of it.
This isn't the first time the Zahn administration may land the city in legal hot water. The FBI raided City Hall earlier this year for payroll records, and a garbage vendor is suing over Zahn's handling of its contract.
We now have lawsuits that are going to outlive this administration's, time in office, and I'm going to inherit, any judgments against the city.
David Hammer, Eyewitness News.
When Zahn went to Holden last year, he and the city employees stopped for barbecue in Hammond afterwards. State records show he charged the lunch to his campaign account, $112.